Good afternoon everyone. I'm going to present you a study that talks about monitoring of reservoir surfaces, altitudes and volumes variation using Sentinel-2 and JSON-3 satellites data over the Lac de Seine reservoir located in France, and the future trends with SWOT. You can see below all the people which contribute to this study. I will start with the context of this study, after the presentation of the study site, the data and methodology, results and analysis, discussion and conclusion, and to finish, the future trends. Context. This study is a part of the preparation of the future Franco-American SWOT altimeter mission. It's a good case study on the capacities of current imaging and altimetry satellites for monitoring water surfaces, heights, and volumes variation of water reservoirs. Study site is the Lac du Der, the largest artificial lake in metropolitan France, with a surface of 48 square kilometers. This reservoir is divided in three basins, a north and a south basin, and the main basin with high dynamic, as you can see on the illustration. Data and methodology. For the monitoring of the water surfaces, we used optical Sentinel-2 data. We made a selection of Sentinel-2 data without cloud over the area of interest from March 2017 to January 2020 with 77 days. At least one image per month and two on average. We used an automatic water extraction over the lake based on an EZM classification with GSW samples. After it, we did photo interpretation for the correction of each water surface in case of glowing error. To finish, some of this final water extent was validated with Pléiades data. During this study, we also had access to in-situ data, daily file measurements of water elevation, and estimated volume over the lake. These in-situ data were used to validate the JSON-3 elevation and the volume variation. Concerning the water elevation, we used data from JSON-3 satellites. This provides water elevation at a 10-day frequency. You can see on the little illustration the location of the track over the lake main basin. So we interpolate the JSON-3 data at Sentinel-2 date to obtain estimated elevation corresponding to our extracted water extent. Then we compare this interpolated JSON-3 elevation to the in-situ measurements, and we get a mean deviation of 36 centimeters. About the results and analysis. The water extraction described above, carried out on 77 Sentinel-2 products, made it possible to obtain a time series describing precisely the sequences of emptying and filling cycles of the total area of the lake and its main basin. These elevations data from JSON-3 and in-situ measurements combined with Sentinel-2 water extraction have allowed us to produce hypsometric curves that describe the relationships between the water extent and the water elevation of the Lac du Der main basin. A first one in blue that illustrates the relation between the Sentinel-2 water extent and the JSON-3 water elevation, and another one in orange that illustrates the relation between the Sentinel-2 data and the in-situ water elevation. We observed a nearly same trend between both couple of data with good RMSE. This water extent and water elevation also allowed the computation of the volume variation from satellite solution data with the equation below, developed by Jean-François Créteau and Manon Deloume. This volume variation obtained from the satellite solution was also compared with the in-situ volume variation. We observed a good correlation between volume variation derived from satellite solution, JSON-3 Sentinel-2, and in-situ measurements, despite some localized discrepancy. We obtained a mean deviation of 7 7.98 millions of cubic meters. Additional products have also been produced, for example, annual and monthly occurrence data produced with Sentinel-2 water extent. So, digital elevation model produced with JSON3 water elevation and Sentinel-2 water extent. Concerning this DEM, the Seine Grand Lac provides us with DEM produced from in situ bathymetric measurements. So we use it to validate our DEM obtained with satellite data, and we observed a mean deviation of 48 centimeters. Concerning the discussion and conclusion, this study is an illustration of the actual capability of the combination of imaging and altimetry satellite data for water reservoir monitoring, with Sentinel-2 that provides very high quality water extent, JSON3 that provides high quality water elevation, and the combination of these surfaces and elevation data made also possible the generation of the volume variation for this reservoir, but also the generation of bathymetric DMs with good quality. This capability will increase with the coming launch of SWOT mission, which will allow the simultaneous acquisition of both water extent and water level. So far, the current method has also been applied on other ponds, reservoirs in France and abroad, like on the Lac d'Orient, where a similar study was produced. With lake water extent variation from March 2017 to January 2020 with 84 dates, hypsometric curves derived from lake water extent Sentinel-2 and lake water level in situ, and volume variation derived from lake water extent Sentinel-2 and lake water elevation in situ, and comparison with in situ volume variation. Finally, I'm going to talk about the future trends. The SWOT mission, which is a cooperation between NASA, CNES, CSA, and UKSA, will give a new technical concept, wide swath interferometric altimetry CARIN, with a two-dimensional image, 250 km swath, and radar measurements. It will provide direct measurements and indirect measurements. Unfortunately, the Lac du Der is not covered by the SWOT insert trace, only by the altimeter nadir, but other sites are covered by both INSAR and altimeter, like the Lac d'Orient. Therefore possible to carry out a SWOT simulation on this lake. This simulation was processed by Manon Deloum from CS. The simulator takes in input the Sentinel-2 water extent and associated in situ elevation. It has been processed on 66 data between 2017 and 2018. It produced two types of output: thematic pixel cloud with land cover information, land, near water, and water classes, and pixel cloud with elevation value. On this slide you can see the result for 3 dates during the lake emptying, with the elevation pixel cloud and the deviation between the simulated elevation and the in situ elevation. The final results is the water extents with associated elevation. As you can see as the illustration, the simulation has provided extents and elevation of each part of the lake with the associated errors. Indeed, during the emptying of the lake, the lake is divided in many parts. These results, hypsometric curves and volume variation were also obtained and compared with in situ measurements. Thanks for your attention, and if you have any question, you can find us at this email address. Thank you.